Commvault has introduced a new factory settings feature to its Cleanroom Recovery service. This feature enables organizations to restore critical systems to a secure, well known, good state after a cyber attack. This capability helps ensure that recovery environments are free from malware or unauthorized changes, supporting faster and safer restoration of operations. It's interesting that clean room recovery doesn't quite mean the forensic recovery that I would have previously thought. Tom, this seems like it's going to be very important as we continue to see, particularly ransomware attacks and on Linux systems living off the land kind of behaviors of these ransomware attacks.
This is kind of this is the last resort button, if you want to call it that, because like you mentioned, there's different kinds of recoveries, right? Like sometimes we want to recover files because we want to actually see where they were and what they were doing, the forensic kind of analysis. Then there's the we need to get things back operational yesterday because we need to be able to get things operational tomorrow, and that's a little bit more destructive if you want to call it that. But then there is I guess maybe we should call it the Ellen Ripley option. I say we take off and nuke the entire site from orbit because it's the only way to be sure. And that's kind of what we're talking about here. And I love the fact that Commvault offers this as an option to say, we're going to take a clean snapshot of this system, of this site, of whatever it happens to be, and when you hit the big red button or blue or green or whatever color you want to make it, it goes back to this. Like and I'm sure that part of this is going to be that that's an immutable copy. And maybe you can say, well, every 6 months, every year, whatever, we're going to upgrade our factory reset to X or what have you. But like I said, this is the absolute invalid. We are not recovering anything back, that has been made since this point. And that sounds harsh. Like I'm sure that a resident storage expert, Mr. Stephen Foskett, will be listening to this episode going, "Oh my God, they're going to do what?" But sometimes that's what it takes. Like, think about when your iPhone is so far gone, or Android, if you're using an Android, if your phone is so far gone that you've got to wipe it and restart. I mean, I had to do that to my son's iPad a while back. It was working, but like it kept got caught in a boot loop because it didn't have enough free storage because somehow in the whole thing it said, "Oh, well, we've consumed 80% of the drive for system storage." And the only solution once it was in a boot loop was to restore it. Now, when I restored it, everything came back just fine because I had an iCloud backup, as you should have. But this is that version of saying we have a good data copy from, I don't know, call it January 3rd, and we know that things were working well then, and we backed up the transaction somewhere else. We're just going to wipe this thing back to what it looked like on January 3rd and go from there. Use with caution, though. With all magic erase buttons, sometimes you get unintended side effects. But at least you've got another tool in the toolbox. Because if the alternative is to restore from a backup from 2 weeks ago and then go figure out how they got into your systems and is this malware persistent and are they able to move laterally again, I don't have a good answer for anything other than the Ellen Ripley option.